Well, hi, friends. My name is Jason Raitz. I'm the president of Speak with People. And I'm so excited that you are joining me for this video. I promise I'll get right to it. Here's the reality. If you're a leader, you have influence. That's just it. Dr. John C. Maxwell, in all of his great writings over the years, he defines a leader as someone with influence. Leadership is influence. So you may not feel like it at times, but the reality is you have influence, whether it's in your home, your work, the places that you volunteer. You have influence. Now, how do you expand your influence? How do you increase your influence? How do you build trust with your influence? You communicate. Every single leader, we need to communicate, whether it's one-on-one, whether it's on a team, whether it's from a stage or from behind a screen. We need to communicate. Now, the reality is many leaders surprisingly choose to communicate in unhealthy ways. We just do. And when we communicate in unhealthy ways, we're not very clear in our communication. And like Dr. Brene Brown says, clarity is kindness. So that's why step 5 of the pathway is embrace clarity. If you've never heard of the pathway, go to speakwithpeople.com/thepathway, and you'll get all the information about the pathway. This is our step-by-step guide to helping you, a leader, become a more confident, clear, and captivating communicator. Now, not every leader has to stand up in front of people and communicate all the time. But the reality is every leader has to stand up at certain moments of their career, of their leadership, of their life, and communicate in front of people. Whether it's introducing yourself at a local BNI chapter, whether it's, your boss calls on you to give an update on the project that you've been working on. You've got to do it in front of your team. Whether you've been developing a sales presentation, whether you've been asked to give a workshop at a conference, or you got a brand new sales presentation and it's the first time sharing it, brand new client. Here's the reality. When you do that communication, it will go so much better if you utilize a simple tool, and that tool is called clarity. Clarity. Step 5 of the pathway is embrace clarity. Step 4, which we talked about in the last video that you watched, is to study and prepare. And when you prepare, when you spend so much time getting ready for your talk, your speech, your presentation, your confidence is going to go through the roof. But you've got to make sure that you're absolutely clear in your presentation. That's why Speak with People has developed this guide called the Clarity Box. The Clarity Box. We're going to go through it here in a second. And you can download it for free, our gift to you. It's something that I've been developing probably over 10 years. And we'll provide it in a Google Drive folder. You can download it, or you can copy and paste and make your own version of it. Because, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but it will help you. It will work as a funnel to take what you want to talk about and make it as absolutely clear and defined as possible. So what will happen, the more clarity that you have as you speak, is people won't be picking up their phones, checking their texts. They're not going to be looking at their watches to see what time it is, but they're actually going to be paying attention, and they're going to be leaning forward, because a clear speaker is a prepared speaker. When you have clarity on your side, oh my goodness, look out. Like, your communication exponentially increases. It exponentially increases. And so use that in any setting that you possibly can. So utilize this tool of clarity. Do not wing it. Do not wing it. Don't pick up a notepad 3 seconds before you're supposed to speak and jot down a few notes. No. Pick the amount of time that you have available to prepare. Study and prepare, and then work your way through the clarity box so you utilize the tool of clarity. Now, let me do this. I want to show you. I'll bring in here the clarity box, and the clarity box is simply 6 steps to help you put together a dynamic speech or presentation. I mean, dynamic. We want it to be interactive and experiential. We want to be able to use all the different elements. And most importantly, we want it to be clear. Okay, clear. So step 1, you see right here, you put your project or name in the box. You put the date and time, your personal goal. What's your personal goal for this speech? What's the corporate goal? Maybe your boss has given you, a corporate goal for this. How much time that you have, and then what's the room like? Like, you want to be prepared for when you get there. That's the first part. In the pathway course, we go into this in deep detail. So I would highly recommend checking out the Pathway course. You can go to speakwithpeople.com/thepathway and find all about the course. But then in the clarity box in step 2, this is now you're working on your focus details. You're developing the clarity. So if you've been given a topic or you've been working on a topic, you come up with a keyword that defines or describes this speech, and then the key area of your keyword. So what is that specific area? And then you put the problem. What's the problem that your audience is facing? What's the problem that the company that you're doing a sales presentation is facing? What's the problem that your audience for your keynote is facing? And then you come up with the no. What does your audience need to know about this problem and key area? How does it affect them? How does it hinder and hold them back? Then from that information, from those right there, now you're going to write your big idea statement. And the big idea statement is so important because this is the solution to the problem. It's a one-line sentence that is written in a memorable, repeatable, and applicable way. This is the solution to the problem. Then you're going to come up with the bridge. And the bridge is simply the meat of your presentation. It's a 3-step plan that provides a solution to the problem. So each step or point helps to support, back up, and provide a pathway from the problem to the solution. Then you're going to come up with some assets. What are some creative elements that can bring interest and clarity and focus and fun to your talk or speech? And then the do, this is your call to action at the end of your speech or talk or presentation. You want to inspire and encourage your listeners to make the decision or improve their life or buy your product or whatever it is. Then at the very, very end, you want to write the title. You want to write the title. I know that's kind of crazy, but at the very end, you want to write the title. Because after you go through all this information, you'll be able to then communicate the title in a catchy, clever, clear way that if you ever do put like your talk on YouTube or something, that the YouTube algorithm will want to find. So here's the reality. I wanted to give you just a little bit of a taste of what the clarity box is, because the one thing, like we talked about last week, you need to study and prepare. And then this week, you need a tool. Like you need a tool to be able to become more clear, because clarity wins, especially in communication. Especially in communication. If you have not checked out our Pathway guide, go to speakwithpeople.com/thepathway. You can download the guide for free. It will give you what the full 8-step process looks like. And then you can also sign up there to get more information, or you can go right to buying the course. You can find the course at, again, speakwithpeople.com/thepathway, and you can download the course. And then each step has its own video module. Each step has its own workshop. Each step has its own additional resources. And in the end, it all exists to help you become a more confident, clear, and captivating communicator. Well, I'm so excited for this journey that you're on. I'd love to hear from you. Email me at any time, jason@speakwithpeople.com, and let me know how the journey is going and how I can help you. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.